If you're over 40 and want to be the best version of yourself, Fit Over 40 with Coach Clarence is here to help. Clarence Ferguson is a seasoned loan officer, fitness expert, personal chef, and entrepreneur who leads a revolution of men and women who want to live their best life going into middle age. Inspiring dialogue, challenging topics, and industry leaders are here offering tips and how-tos to improve your life. Now, here's Coach Clarence.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Fit Over 40 with Coach Clarence. And I'm back with a reigning champ, Tony Newport. And there's so much going on in real estate in the world and just craziness. So I have to have, an expert opinion. So I'm having him back, and we're going to ask some questions. First of all, how you doing, man? You just got off the road. Yep. You were in Tennessee. I always do that when I hear that's Tennessee.
You know what? I did not hear Rocky Top one time while I was there.
Really?
Yeah. I was in Nashville. Now, I heard a lot of music, but Rocky Top, I almost kind of expected it when I got off the plane. I figured I'd see Peyton Manning, Rocky Top,
Yeah.
Nope, but
What did you hear more of as far as music?
Probably a cross between country and country rock. Not so much rock, but a lot of country. A little bit of pop. But you said you've been there.
Yeah.
So, you go into those 5-story walk-up buildings right there on Broadway, and you walk. There isn't a fucking elevator to save your life. You are huffing and puffing. And there's a different band playing on each floor.
Yeah.
And I was so shocked. I was like, this is really cool. Now get me to the top of this thing so I can sit on a rooftop bar and, drink like Ted Kennedy. Hopefully not fall off the damn thing.
Hope you don't go off the side of the road in the river and have to leave your passenger.
No.
Oh, that's politics. We're not going to go there.
No, but great trip.
How was the weather down there?
It was.
Was it humid yet?
It was. It was because it was on and off rain. I got a feeling if there were no rain clouds, it wouldn't have been near as bad. Mm-hmm. But I don't really mind the humidity that much. I lived in the Virgin Islands before I moved here, so my skin got all nice and healed up and nice and smooth, and I don't really mind it that much. But it wasn't that bad. I'd say it was probably 35-40% humidity.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I couldn't find a reading on my phone anywhere. But
so was this a random spur of the moment, or did something spark this trip?
No, so something sparked this trip. So as you asked prior, yes, I've got like a new beginning with a relationship starting, and met a girl here in Scottsdale at one of my local haunts. And funny thing was, we were actually friends on Facebook, and I didn't realize it.
That's the new theme now.
Yeah.
We were friends on Facebook.
Yeah, literally. And she walks around and goes out to the patio and sits down, and I can see her outside the bar window there at the Dirty Dog Saloon, if anyone in Scottsdale is paying attention.
Shout out to Dirty Dog.
Shout out to Dirty Dog. And she was there with her girlfriend, Erica, who's also a bartender there. Erica Ashley, my girl. And
is that the girl with the Send Your Nudes hat?
With the what?
Remember, she has the hat that says Send Nudes? Remember she was sitting next to me at your birthday party, and she had the Send Your Nudes hat? Or was that a different bartender? She said she bartended there.
Yeah, no, that's her. That's
okay,
her.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
cool.
a trip and a half.
Yeah, she's a trip.
And so Christina I'm looking at her, and she goes, "Hey, Tony, how are you?" I go, "Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Nice to see you." And I look next to me, my buddy Brian. I go, "I have no fucking idea who this girl is." and she knows my name, and he goes, "Well, you better get outside and talk to her because she's pretty hot." So I walked outside. We started talking, and I asked her out, and she goes, I'm on a tight schedule. Erica keeps me on a tight leash, and she goes, "But I'll see." And we didn't get a chance to get together, but I just started calling her. And I got her through Messenger, and we FaceTime 2-3 times a day. And I said, "Look, I really want to get together with you." Yeah, I just got to know her basically over video. And
that's kind of the new way of dating, although some of us dinosaurs don't believe in this.
But when you don't have an option, because she doesn't live here, she lives in Detroit,
right?
So
you have to adapt.
Yeah, so I wanted to see her, and I said, "Look, let's take a little trip, little weekend getaway." So we picked Nashville, and we met, and we had an absolute blast. We laughed, we giggled, we got drunk,
Sounds like a great start.
We had good food, and we were very entertaining. She can draw a crowd. Yeah. Me, I'm loud and obnoxious. I draw a crowd anywhere, but this girl can, and she doesn't have to say 2 words. She just sit there, and all of a sudden people just gravitate to her.
She's got some tats.
She's 2 sleeves, a couple pieces on the legs, a little tramp stamp and something on the stomach, and a little here and there. But she's very beautiful girl. She's got lip implants.
Whoa.
Yeah, those are not filler. That shit doesn't go away ever.
Whoa.
They stay like that, and it's kind of cool.
Well, how was that experience?
Very, very nice.
Okay,
good. Yeah.
Right, we'll talk about that later.
Show. Yeah. On off air.
Because our show is PG.
Hear.
We don't get into those subjects.
No. Oh, really? Shit. Well, we're going to break new ground.
Listen, we are not mad at girls who get lip implants.
Yeah. She's very well built. Let's say that.
Yes, sir. I've seen pictures of her.
Yes.
So something else happened, which was really cool. You had, according to you, one of your biggest sales. Talk about that.
I did. So, and it was a team effort. One of my partners, Josh Henson, the Joe of Mojo, had a listing in Paradise Valley, 11,000 square foot home.
Wow.
And I sat an open house, and the first guy to walk through it put an offer on it. So it was very lucky. I just happened to be there. If it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else on the team.
So how does that work? Since we're going to talk a little real estate, if you're sitting someone else's home, how does that work? Do you guys split the commission? Is there a percentage, or how does that work?
Well, no, because technically, since I am the procuring cause for them to buy the home, the client is mine.
God,
so
use that in dating.
Now, if it's not my listing and I'm not and I'm sitting someone else's listing, well, they already getting their share because they're the listing agent. They're the one that set the terms of the commission.
Gotcha.
So, Josh was making money regardless if he's sitting there or not.
Sure.
And because I'm on his team, he actually even made more money because he gets a smaller percentage of my commission as well.
Excellent.
So, yeah, he did well. I did very well.
I saw pictures of the house.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It was a big. It took me 30 minutes just to walk through and turn on all the goddamn lights. There were switches everywhere. I didn't know what switch worked
that
what.
That house is beautiful.
Yeah. But my largest commission and my largest single family home.
Now, did he pay over asking, or was it just what they wanted?
He did. He did pay over asking.
Jeez.
About $55,000 over ask.
That had to be $1 million house, easy. Maybe more.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into the numbers, but I'm pretty sure that was quite a bit. So this guy had
Let's say, I'll tell you this, it appraised for 3.7.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, well, money bags over here. Looks like more trips to Nashville coming up.
Next trip, I'm actually leaving tomorrow for Rocky Point.
There you are, yes.
For Circus Mexicus, for all of us Arizonans that like to go down and just get our Mexico on, and then I think I'm heading to Florida. I got to go see the parents.
Parents are in Florida.
Parents are in Florida. Mom's outside of Jacksonville. Dad's outside of Sarasota. Mom's on her 5th round of cancer. Dad is just blind. Healthy as shit, but he just can't see. He's got a seeing eye dog, and he just kind of hangs out. My stepmom takes care of him, and my stepsisters, and he's healthy. Yeah. The man has never been a sick. I can't remember any day. Once I remember him having a cold as a child. The man doesn't get sick ever. Ever. Wow. Can't see worth a shit. Can smell
hang out with him, just don't go for a ride.
He's got radar like a bat. Oh no! When I drive.
He's like, tells Tony, slow down. Watch that car over here.
We'll not really watch the car, but he'll tell me exactly, okay, turn now. And there's the street. He knows the names, and he knows where everything is. He'll tell you, a few driveways down here, it's this color building. He can kind of see colors, and he can see big shapes. He has no depth. He can't tell you have a goatee. Mm-hmm. He can't tell, how big your nose is or where your eyebrows are, even if you have eyebrows.
Yeah.
He can kind of see big things, really big fucking things like blimps.
Yeah.
If they're on the ground right in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, they say when you lose one of the senses, the other ones become more heightened.
Yeah. He can smell a cut piece of green pepper this big and 500 gallons of pasta sauce. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be gone for a couple of weeks. Who's gonna run your business while you're gone?
I do.
I'm asking because this show, we're talking about real estate, and people want to know, well, if my agent leaves out of town, what's going to happen with my deal?
Your deal is in safe hands. I do have a team. There's about 15 of us on it now.
Yeah.
I've got a client that's coming into town this weekend, and he proceeded to surprise that on me. And I said, well, hey, I'm not going to be here, but if there's a property you want to see, because I've been sending properties, I do have other agents that I can hopefully
do what you did.
Yeah, we'll go and take you around. Actually, one of the girls on my team is her, and I've been kind of helping her along. She's a brand new agent, and she's my neighbor. She lives like 5 houses down, so she'll come water my plant, and I'll offer her money. But hey, If I give you 100,
water your plant.
When I'm gone, I have a big giant lily plant. It needs watered. My boy, and guess what his name is? Clarence. You didn't know this, but you're a house plant.
I know. I'm a house plant.
And he's gorgeous. He's just like you. He's gorgeous.
You're giving away all my secrets.
But no,
she's like, you're not really out watering plants. Trust me. Ask Tony.
if when I'm out of town a lot, and I put deals together while I'm out of town, and it's not hard. It's not hard at all. And I'll pay my teammates. Hey, I'll give you $100. Please go show this house.
Yeah.
If he writes a deal, I'll give you another $5.
Yeah.
Sure. Help me out and I'll help you out.
Yeah, sure. It all comes around.
Yeah. My partners have done the same thing. Hey, Tony, can you show a house? I'll give you $100. Yeah, no big deal. Go.
Awesome. So. This is the question we get all the time. What's going on with real estate right now? Is this bubble going to pop?
I tend to listen to the people that know more than I do. The people that run CoreLogic, the people that run the NAR, the people that run the Mortgage Brokers Association.
Sure.
They all say no.
Nope. Not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere. It's going to slow down, but no one's looking at prices dropping. Mm-mm. Now, I have seen, obviously there's a little bit more inventory. I've seen price drops in houses. Well, because sellers are getting really greedy. And I keep telling sellers, if you price your house appropriately, you'll get over ask offers. But if you're just going to come out of the gate and you have if you're lucky, if you have a $500,000 house and you go, well, I want $650. Okay, let's put it on the market for $650. And you're sitting on it for 30 days going, why isn't nobody offering? Well, because, idiot, I told you. You barely have a $500,000 house. You're just trying to rape and pillage. If you'd have just offered $495, you'd have probably gotten $550 for it cash with a 10, 12-day close. Mm-hmm. But no, you had to be greedy, and now your house looks something's wrong with it.
Right.
Not only is it overpriced, now people are going,
moving?
What's wrong with this house?
Yeah.
And they're not going to touch it. Now here you come, $625, $600, $575, $550, and then someone gives you a $500,000 offer, lower than what you could have gotten before. Yeah. So it's price the home right. No, I don't see anything happening in the next 12 months. Buyers are still going to be competing heavily. So, just plan accordingly. Get with me. I say me because I'm the only one on here that's a realtor. And we'll put a strategy together. Make sure you're qualified. Make sure you've got some money in reserve.
Sure. Absolutely.
That's a big thing. I've got clients that want to buy a house that are qualified, but they've got $5,000 on hand. Right. And that's barely going to cover your closing costs.
That's an earnest deposit.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah.
Depending on the price of the home.
Yeah. But there is some, there's still some DPA programs out there. And you can even get them in conventional loans.
Sure.
So that helps. That's better than FHA.
It's better than nothing, but a lot of times sellers are like, yeah, you need help.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to this guy who's got the money now.
Yeah, that's actually has a good size down payment.
I hate to say it, but I see DPA, I'm like, oh, boy.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, get ready and relax.
It's tough.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah, sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Exactly. So if I was going to list my home and I came to you and I say, hey, Tony, I think I'm going to list my home, what advice would you give me out the gate, other than what you just said?
Okay.
Take all your black pictures down.
I don't want to see any FUBU out of you, Clarence. No, I'm kidding. No FUBU.
No FUBU.
No Tommy Hilfiger
no Tommy
shit.
Hilfiger clothes. Just get rid of all that. Get out my preppy
You can have a black Jesus. I'm good with that. No, declutter, depersonalize, and clean.
Absolutely.
Declutter, depersonalize. Get all your tchotchke shit down. Take all your family photos down. Maybe have one. Take any religious stuff down.
Absolutely.
I don't care that you're religious. Be religious as you want to be. Pray to whatever God you want to pray to. I don't care. Take it down. Because it will offend somebody in this culture these days. And just clean, have it nice and clean. Mm-hmm. If you have already moved out of the house and you need to sell it, if you can stage it, because people have no ingenuity, they have no creativity. Well, where do I put stuff? Where's the couch going to go? Jesus Christ, do I really have to draw you a map? Well, sometimes you do.
Yeah.
So if a seller can afford to stage the
house,
and it doesn't have to be full, just, living room, master bedroom type of a thing, and a kitchen table, that goes a long way. That really does help a lot. So that would...
You'd be surprised some of the houses I walked in, they're trying to sell and the people haven't even cleaned them.
Uh-huh.
Just clean it.
Yeah.
To start with, right?
Yeah. I know you're living in it, but... Jesus, get the toothpaste scum out of the goddamn sink. What is the problem? How hard is that?
Exactly.
Make your house look attractive at least. And especially if it's a really expensive home. You know, you walk into a $1 million+ home and someone looks like they've beaten the shit out of that thing. You know, it's come on.
Clean up the chalk lines.
Yeah.
That's usually a good mop up the chalk.
Get the blood stain out.
That's usually a good start.
But seriously, if you want top dollar for your house, you know, at least have it looking top dollar. I understand that it might not have the latest finishes and the top quality Viking and Sub-Zero and all that. But for the love of God, clean it.
So you know we got a bunch of mutual crazy friends. And every time they know I'm going to talk to you, they send me questions. You know we're going to get in that. So here's question one.
Okay.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
Okay, so have you been in a house that you thought was haunted?
I have been in places that they have told me it's haunted. Have I ever experienced anything? No.
Like the pictures looking at you when you walk by or they move?
I think pretty much all pictures do that anyways.
Right.
But
no matter
no,
where you are, the eyes are still on you.
Nothing has moved. I've put something here and walked away and then it's over there. Nothing like that. I would dig it. I don't know how I would. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'd react. I'm not sure if I'd be scared shitless or if I would try to pour the ghost of margarita, you know, and go, hey, let's sit down and talk about how things happened in your life.
Right.
But what
went wrong and you're a ghost now?
Natural causes or someone shoots your ass. But yes, I do believe in ghosts. I believe in spirits.
Now, what are the rules? Are you allowed to tell someone that this is supposed to be haunted?
I have no idea.
Okay,
well, I can tell you this: it makes no difference in real estate because that's because
some people might be into it. Oh, cool, it's haunted. Let's move right in.
Yeah,
no black people would ever say that.
No,
you're in the bathroom. They're like, get out. We're like, yeah, Tony, let's go to the next one.
What was that list I saw? The 5 things that black people are scared of. Ghosts was one of them. The tax man was another.
Right.
And it's something else. I can't remember what it was. It was a hilarious list. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. But ghosts were up there. No.
I'm always curious about that. I know you can't talk about. Wait. Okay, because the rules have changed. Can you say if someone died there in the house?
Yes, you can. You do not have to. It is not mandatory that you divulge that information. It's not like, hey, there was a meth lab here once. Mm-hmm. You know, no, you do not have to tell if someone.
Now, can you you loved my meme where the lady's like, "Can your kids fight?"
Yeah,
that was
like, awesome.
Is this a good neighborhood? The lady's like, "Can your kids fight?"
That was phenomenal. That was
we
fucking
laugh,
phenomenal.
but it's like people like, "Hey, are you allowed to say this is a shitty neighborhood?" Or like,
I have.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, and I don't redline my clients. You know, I don't say, okay, Clarence, you're of this amount of means, you're this nationality, you have to be over in this area because that's where your kind of people are. No, I'll put you wherever the hell you want. I'll show you whatever's available in your price range. But if you go, hey, I want to see something and it's in, you know, one of those little areas over that way. I'm going to tell you, you might want to rethink that.
I saw your son. I don't know if you want him to be growing up over here.
Yeah, he's very metrosexual. He's going to get the shit kicked out of him. You know, I hate to tell you, but Pablo and Julio ain't dealing with that shit. No.
Yeah.
Can he run fast?
Yeah, can he run fast?
How fast can he run the 40?
Because I remember a long time ago, because I'm a dinosaur in this thing, there was a time you couldn't say that. And I don't know if it's changed because I don't follow real estate stuff. We don't care. It's like, hey, people ask me all the time, what do you think of this neighborhood? You want to talk to your realtor? I don't know. It's
never... It's probably not the wisest idea, but I am informing my client.
Well, yeah, because people will say, well, this is what I qualify for. Why can't I get a house at this price? I go, where do you want to live at this price? I mean, think about it.
Yep.
You know, where do you want to live? Just leave it at that.
People are still, I still get it. I had a friend of mine that I've known, and he's on my Facebook page. He knows I'm a realtor, and he reached out, and he says, okay, I'm ready to buy. I said, great. What do you qualify for? He says, well, I'm thinking around $350,000, $400,000. I go, okay, you're thinking, well, let's get you qualified. Okay, well, we'll get there. Okay, well, we're going to get there before we start looking.
Right, exactly.
I'm not wasting my time. Exactly. I said, where do you think you wanting to live? He goes, oh, I want to live in the area I've been. I'm a Scottsdale boy. I want to live, right around 92nd and Cholla. And I go, not in a million fucking years.
Not at that price.
Not unless you want maybe a 2-bedroom condo. You're lucky. He goes, no, I want a house with a pool. I go, You're not getting a house with a pool for $350,000, $400,000. There's not a whole lot of choices. Now, there are some very nice houses out there. I've seen them, way East Mesa.
Sure.
Way out in Peoria. things like that. That is not Scottsdale. It does not exist in Scottsdale. People, stop asking us for shit that does not exist in Scottsdale. It's Scottsdale for a reason.
Right.
Everybody wants to live here.
Right.
People got shit boxes in Scottsdale for $500,000, and it needs $150,000.
Well, that's like living in
L.A.
You could buy a shack for $1 million, but what neighborhood are you living in? That's just the reality, you know? So what are some strategies right now in this market?
Well, you got your basic one of no appraisals. You're going to pay for appraisal if you're financing. The bank it
makes you. Yeah.
They have to. Obviously, you know that. But people are waiving the appraisal if they can afford to come out of pocket.
Sure.
A lot of them can't. As is.
Yep.
We will do an inspection period.
Mm-hmm.
You still will get an inspection, so you know what you're walking into. If the house is screwed up, hey, you need to know. I've even had escalation clauses. Okay, so if you have some money,
explain that real quick.
Escalation clause basically is a clause where you will offer a certain price. Let's just shits and giggles. Let's say it's $350,000 on a $350,000 house, and I'm going to put 5% down, but I am going to offer $1,000 more than the next offer, the next highest offer, until I reach my max, which is let's say $375,000. Okay. That's the highest I'm willing to pay for the home.
Okay.
So that's an escalation clause. I've been putting those into play. I've also been telling my clients, if you can swing it, since the seller's closing costs are a lot less than yours, especially if you're financing a home.
Right.
If you can swing it, offer to pay $2,000, a portion of his closing costs. If you want to pay all, even better. That's more money in his pocket. Your offer looks very attractive now.
Yes.
If you can give a post-possession. Post-possession is where you allow the owner to stay in the home for an X amount of time in order for them to transition into their new home or look for a new home.
Right.
Some sellers are legit saying there has to be a 90-day post-possession or we're not even considering your offer.
Do it. Right.
So if my out-of-town buyers, I've got clients from St. Louis, I've got clients from California, Oregon. If you don't need to be here immediately and you can give them a post-possession of up to 3 months, do it. Right. Do it because you don't need to be here. They will appreciate it. Your offer just got way more attractive.
Way more sexy.
Let them find a house. Way more sexy.
I say that.
You
got to have a sexy offer now. You can't just be like, I'll pay $350. How much is it? $350? Good luck.
Yeah.
I had a lady tell me, it's $350, and I'm offering $350. I go, good luck.
Okay, yeah. It's $350 is basically your auction price. Starting at $350.
Yeah, that's when the guy comes out. $350. Can I get $755? Can I get $100,000? It's just going up.
Yeah.
Like right on the spot. Like it's that crazy. Like in seconds. It's good for you guys. I love it. I love to see all these realtors really killing it.
It's good and bad. It's hard for the buyer.
It's hard for buyers. I've got a pocket full of buyers, and it's sad that they can't do anything for them.
It's tough. And I've got buyers with money.
And
we're still having a hard time because somebody will throw a stupid number out there.
We call those people Californians.
Yeah.
I'm from Cali, so
I call them liberals.
You call them liberals. Well, liberals have money too.
They do. Apparently, they got a lot of it. I don't know how, since they think everybody should be entitled to everything. I don't know how you got your money.
Laura,
all right.
Look at Laura over there. She's turning red.
Hey, I didn't say any names. I did not say any names. No, but it's not just Californians. I mean, Oregonians, Washingtonians.
I know there's people coming here with
from
money.
Chicago.
Oh yeah, it's people with a ton of money moving here because there's a lot of benefits to living here. All right, so this is Fit Over 40. So when we come back, we're going to talk about how Tony stays healthy, relevant, and keeps his mind in shape with all this craziness.
Fit Over 40 with Coach Clarence will be back right after this. Sunwarrior.com plant-based proteins and superfood supplements. Raise your vibe, your light, energy, and love. Sun Warrior believes the answers for optimal health are found in nature. Our clean, burning sources of plant-based proteins provide essential BCAAs, branched-chain amino acids for muscle growth, pre-tension, and energy. Get the benefits from plant proteins that taste amazing and are 100% vegan. No added sugar, gluten-free, and mixed easily. For nutrition on the go in a shaker and a protein boost to your favorite smoothies, use the code for a discount, Coach Clarence. Go to sunwarrior.com, discount code Coach Clarence. Vibrant, aromatic, and silky smooth. Vito Vodka is Vito's vision come to life. Premium wine grapes harvested at the peak of perfection are distilled in small batches to yield a tantalizing sensory experience. Goose Ridge Estate Vineyard is one of Washington State's premier vineyards, producing some of the finest grapes in the United States. The grapes are distilled to make Vito vodka and come from this remarkable 2,200-acre estate vineyard located on a gently sloped site near the Red Mountain AVA. And now back to Fit Over 40. Here's your host, Coach Clarence.
All right, we are back in the middle with Tony Newport, realtor at large, traveler at large, guy who works out, guy I admire a lot. I see him in the gym. I'm inspired because I always hated the old business guy from the 70s with his briefcase and his big pot belly. I hated it because that was always the stereotype we got of people who work 9 to 5 or in business. So being in real estate and mortgage business is very stressful. How do you deal with that?
In the past, I ate my stress. I ate happiness. I ate my sadness. I ate everything. My parents, no bullshit. My parents padlocked the refrigerator.
Is that why they call you Ladies Love Tony Newport?
No.
You ate everything?
Woo, I'm a whole lot of man, let me tell you. But lately, there was a time I was actually really fit, even a lot more so than I am now, which now I'm kind of in between. But what I do, I like to go to the gym, and I started with John Story, our friend, started telling me, you need to get your ass up earlier because I was getting up at 6:37, and I thought that was early. Coming from the bartending world, that was fucking early as, oh my God, when you bartended till 2, 3 in the morning, all of a sudden you're up at 7. Oh, that's early.
That's early.
So I started getting up at 5:30, and I started getting to the gym by 6:30, quarter to 7, and and I'm knocking out my workout. I'm usually walking out at 8 a.m. I got a whole day ahead of me, and yeah, I do feel better. Diet is always key. I try my hardest to practice the keto lifestyle, so I get plenty of food. Do I adhere to it 24 hours a day, 365 days a year? No. There are times I do fall off. I'm allowed to.
We all do.
Yeah. I'll go 2-3 weeks and eat clean as can get. And I feel it. Your body feels it. And then I'll have that one day of and it's supposed to be a cheat meal, as my nutrition coach Christian Vermey tells me. He calls me Nappy Head, and he says, Nappy. We call each other Nappy Head, really. He goes, Nappy. It's a cheat meal. It's not a cheat day. It's not a cheat weekend. It's one cheat meal. You get one. That one meal does not last from sun up to sundown. You are not Jewish. You get one meal. That's it. Stop fucking eating.
Right.
Put the fork down. Are you full? I'm full, but I can
add some more.
Stop eating. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He yells at me constantly. But, I need that. So, yeah.
That's accountability. You got to have a coach. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. So how do you deal with the stress of deals falling out, deals coming in? How do you balance what do you use as a balance? Like long day, you've been out showing homes, maybe a deal's falling through. What do you do to find that zen, for lack of a better word, of the peace, before you call it a night? Tennessee. Well, you did mention going to Tennessee. Tennessee whiskey. That usually can calm anything down.
For me, it's Tito's soda and a side of Casamigos Reposado. That will pretty much just derail any
stress. Exactly. I'm familiar with the Brownstone. What was that? The Guns N' Roses? Yeah. Mr. Brownstone.
Yeah. You get frustrated. You start beating your head up against the wall. And then you go, okay, this is not my fault because, the buyer did something I told him not to do, or maybe he did something I didn't tell him not to do. I try to make sure that they know all the ins and outs, but, maybe, I'm not going to say yes or no, but there is a possibility I have some THC oil lying in a pen within reach, and I just take 1 or 2 or 25 hits off of that, and I don't answer the phone the rest of the day. And I just sit on the couch and drool and just let Calgon, so to speak, take it away.
Take you away.
But yeah, no, I just you got to roll with it.
Sure.
It's going to happen, and you can't let it conquer you. I get mad. Yeah, I get upset. Yes, I plead, beg, and like with the large deal that I just closed. My partner Josh was the other agent on that, so I had an in, which made it good for me.
Makes it a lot easier.
He's like, Tony, if it wasn't you, I would have told any other agent, go fuck off.
Right.
Literally, I would have, and I've never begged more. I don't even think I begged that much for pussy, honestly. I begged, please, Josh, please just,
Hey, listen,
just
some
give,
people, there's a
give
hit
him
record
this.
called Ain't Too Proud to Beg.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
a hit.
Absolutely not. I'm down on one knee.
That's right. On bended knee.
Woo.
Boys to men.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you got to beg, you got to beg.
Exactly.
So
for that
it's-
commission.
Yeah, it's, but, yeah, you know, we make it happen in the end. In the end, it all comes together, and it's very rewarding. It's, you know, you feel great. Your client feels great.
Yeah.
You go out and you have a good celebratory dinner, and you laugh about how they possibly might have just screwed everything up. And you go, we're not going to do that next time, are we?
Right. You learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
So you've done a ton of deals. Is it still the same joy to close the deal?
Yes.
To see those people excitement when they get the keys?
Whether it's their first house or their last house.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell
That's
a lot
true.
of my new buyers. You know, they want all the bells and whistles. And I look at them and go, A, you can't afford it. And B, this is your first house. This is not your last house.
Yeah.
You are 25, 29 years old. You're going to have at least one or two more houses.
Yeah.
And so for me, I get the same enjoyment. You know, the gentleman I sold that 11,000 square foot house to, that is not his first house, I promise you.
Yeah. Not
You know,
with that kind of
no.
money. Yeah.
And I was just as happy to help them. You know, they're Persian people, so they have a large family. And I've been told I am invited to Thanksgiving,
Oh, boy.
and I can't wait.
Yeah, you can get some spice. They're trying to hook you up with that daughter they can't get rid of. That arranged marriage.
I've met her.
Tony, yeah, see?
Lily.
There you go.
She's
See,
very
they're already
sweet.
grooming you.
She's very sweet. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Tony, listen, you can be part of this. You're like, yeah, I'm good.
But yeah, it's
I'll have to tell that story. That happened to me. That's a true story.
What?
That arranged marriage situation.
that happened to you.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell that story. So, how many days a week you're in the gym?
I try to go Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, I'll miss a Monday or Tuesday, and I'll pick up a spin class on Saturday. I actually really enjoy spin.
Yeah, I like to spin too.
I did it for the first time in probably 2 years, a couple weeks ago. Just like riding a bike. You know,
right. You get right back
came
on,
right
just start
back. I
pedaling,
did the
yeah.
full hour, you know, no problems, which I was pretty shocked. But I do cardio regularly. So
What do you like to do for cardio?
right now I've been doing what John told me to do. John's story. He says, get on the treadmill, put it at 2.8 to 3 on speed and 12 to 13 on tilt, and walk uphill for 40 minutes to an hour. And I tell you
did
what,
this morning at Lifetime.
that's
And I'm using a flak
sweat.
jacket too.
Oh.
40 pounds.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think
Oh,
of
yeah.
that.
It makes it harder. Yeah. You're
Well,
huffing
you
and
don't
puffing
say.
at about 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
good
give that a
workout.
try.
Yeah. Go on Amazon. You can order them. They go all the way up to 80 pounds.
Well,
And it's like carry-
I'm not trying to fight Afghanis here. You know, I just want a little bit of extra weight to walk up a hill.
And I'm just saying, well, if you had to fight Afghans, you'd be prepared. You don't realize how hard that is. Like, that's good cardio.
No, it is.
And you're just walking.
When he said, I go, really? You just want me to walk? I said, not even jog? He goes, do it one time and then come talk to me.
It's
And
hard.
I called him after I did it. I got 20 minutes. I did 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't breathe.
Most people can't make it to 20 minutes. So
yeah.
you're good.
I did it just out of spite. I'm like, fuck him. I'm going to do it. I didn't do 40 because I'd already lifted weights.
Yeah.
So
I don't do it on a weightlifting day because it's too taxing.
I do. If
Unless
I lift
you're like
weights,
competing or something, and you need to just kill yourself.
If I on lift days, I try to do a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes of cardio after I lift. If I'm not lifting, it's a minimum of an hour.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I got 20 minutes in, and I called him up. I go, you weren't shitting with that. He goes, I told you.
It's
You
hard.
know, it's you're gonna get a workout.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, walking is easy. That's like if someone just really doesn't know what to do, just start walking. Find a treadmill and start walking.
you don't even need a treadmill. There's a
Or
whole
just
big
walk
world out
outside.
there.
Walk
yeah.
outside. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I did during the scamdemic, as I like to call it. I mean, when my dog was alive, we walked every day for 2-3 miles.
Yeah.
You know, that was my exercise. That was 45 minutes right there.
Yeah.
Just walked through the neighborhood and let her. You know, she knew the route. Half the time I didn't have to hold on to her. She'd walk right next to me, and half the time she'd lead me.
Do you think you're gonna get another dog?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I want another dog. I actually have a lead on one. My buddy Christian, who I mentioned before, the woman who ran the assisted living facility where his mother passed in, she has a gorgeous female gray and white pit bull.
Ooh,
That's about
pit bulls are
6-7
great.
months old.
Pit bulls
And
are great.
she's going to breed it with a brown and white pit bull that I've seen pictures of. And she wanted to give him a puppy. She goes, I think you should have one. You know, he lost his dog not long before I lost mine, and now he's lost his mother, and so he doesn't have any brothers or sisters, and his father's gone too. So she goes, you should have a puppy. She goes, but she's going to have 4 or 6 of these things. And I don't want a bunch of puppies running around. Do you know of anybody? And he called me up and says, hey, Nappy, I'm getting this. Yeah, I know. It's what we call each other. He says, I'm getting a female. Do you want one? And he showed me the dogs, and I went, yeah. Because it's going to be like a year away. It's not going to happen anytime, so I have time to get some traveling out, because once I get a puppy, I'm stuck home for a year minimum.
Yeah, a year.
So
pit bulls are a lot easier. If you got a boxer, I'd say you'd never leave in the house. But a pit bull, you can train them. Boxers I've had a boxer. They're great, but they're a hyper. I'll tell you a funny story. I have a friend of mine who dated DMX. You know DMX is the rapper. You know he's into pit bulls, and he's got. She's like the first night she met. She's like, I want you to meet me after my concert. They were in L.A. And he goes, get in the car. And she gets in the car. And there's this big dog, big ass pit bull in the front seat. And she sits in, looks over, and he's just like, and she's thinking, is this dog going to kill me? And of course he's like, oh, get in the car. He's fine. And then he was licking her. And she's like, I can't do anything because he'll probably eat me. They end up having a kid. Anyway, the rest is history. But anyway, I was thinking about that when you were talking about the pit bulls. I've had several pit bulls. I highly recommend them. They're good with family. They have a bad rep.
They do.
Yeah.
And it's not the dog's fault. It's how they're raised.
Yeah.
And that's any dog.
Yeah.
Actually, why Labradors bite more. Have a bad rep.
Yeah. Well, shit. I know a few German Shepherds that have earned that rep.
But it's how they're
raised. Yeah, for sure.
It's like anything else. I've seen mean little ankle biter dogs.
Ankle biters. Me and those ankle biters.
More vicious than they think they're 200 pounds.
You got 2 ankle biters over there, but yours are pussy. So Yoda's like so zen, but yeah, she's got 2 little ankle biters in there, but they don't bite anybody. They don't even know how to bite. I don't think they don't even know if they're supposed to bite. Somebody came out, they'd be like, "Feed us, and we'll tell you where she's sleeping."
We know where the jewelry.
We know where her jewelry is. Yeah, exactly. So what are your plans? I know you got some, you mentioned earlier. What are your plans as far as real estate? You think you're going to become a broker, or are you just going to keep doing the thing?
I thought about getting my broker's license just to have it, but I do not think I'm a good coach or a good teacher. They say those that can't do teach. I can do. If I put my mind to it, I can do just fine.
Is that just not your gig? It's a lot of work coaching people.
It's not.
Because people aren't motivated.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, I get motivated, so I'm easily coached. When I work out, I work out with someone that I need someone to tell me what to do in the gym. Yep. Do it this many times, blah, go. Now switch to here, switch there. I like that. When I work out by myself, I don't get near the workout.
Right.
Because I'm just, I know how to work out. I just look around, I'm like, I'm kind of lost, I'm kind of confused, I kind of don't want to fucking be there.
Yeah,
when I got my partner,
Tom,
yeah,
he's fit.
He
doesn't need me to tell him what to do, but he likes the push. He likes to show up.
I like the push. So, no, I have zero desire to become a broker. I want to get some. I'd like to get some more education. I'm on a team. I don't want to run my own team. No, I've got my team. My team fucking rocks. I've been offered to go to other agencies. I've been offered a lot less commission. Nope, ain't going anywhere. The guys, I'm the oldest agent as far as team member length. I've been with them for about 6 years now. And they provide you with everything you need to succeed. And I truly mean that. They have a lead generating system that costs them about $10,000 a month. Wow. And we get leads from it.
Yeah.
We get high quality leads.
If they're spending that much, they better get
I've got a repeat client right now. We close on Monday on her second house here.
Nice.
And I got her off of that. All the education in the world they will get for you. They'll mentor you. They coach you. You have a question, call them pretty much anytime between 8 in the morning and 9 at night, and they're there for you. They do parties. We have holiday events. We do outings. They pay for everything. They pay for your business cards, your signage, your marketing, all of that. That's part of your payment to them. My percentage is
a little lower, but for what you get.
Yeah. I mean, everybody in the group has a different, let's say call it a salary base. Everybody's percentage is a little different. Okay. I've been there a little longer, and so mine is probably different from everybody else's. And there's the brand newbies that are probably way different from even the people that have been there a couple years. So, I mean, I love them to death. I don't have a bad thing to say about either one of them. They're fun. They're family oriented. I could not go anywhere else. The only thing I would do, which I've said to a friend of mine, and she's a broker, and she's contemplated the idea of opening up her own commercial brokerage.
Gotcha.
That's a different ballgame. I might do, because that's a whole different animal, and I really like it, and I've been dabbling in it more and more and more, and it's a whole different beast, and it's a lot more information and knowledge and strategy on how to get it. The contracts are just absolutely nuts. It's like reading a legal contract from a lawyer, 8-10 pages of just there's no fill-ins.
And they take longer
you have to write it all out.
Sure.
They do. Yeah. The time to look the property over is usually a minimum of 45 days. Sometimes it's 60, sometimes it's 90. Your due diligence period. Yeah. So it just depends on how big the property is. But I like the idea that, I've said I would probably come join you just for the experience. I could always go back to the Mojo team. I've talked to them. I said, hey, I don't ever see myself leaving. But if I ever did, let's say I wanted to try something new in life. Let's say I got out of real estate and I wanted to come back. It was like, you just tell us when you want to come back. The guys, I can't.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of synergy there.
Yeah.
All right, so one last question before I let you get out of here. Are there wedding bells in the future?
No.
Man, you just ruined my fantasy.
I was married once. Once was enough. I'm going to do what my dad and my stepmom have done. I'll give you a ring, but we're going to live in sin for the rest of our lives. Because there is no reason to bring church or state into my life ever again when it comes to that. It's just, we can live together. We can have houses. We can have cars. We can travel. We can do all that stuff. I don't see a need to get married.
I wanted to tell my one time with Nappy story. See, at the wedding, when the guy beats on the glass, clink, clink, clink. One time with Nappy, we were at, what was that bar when you had your birthday? I don't remember.
Oh, Social Tap.
Social Tap.
Yeah, the balcony bar.
Nappy was having a few drinks. And
a few hundred drinks.
Yes,
a few drinks.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, that's cool. So, it doesn't matter. If you guys like each other, that ring doesn't. It's whatever.
It's one weekend date. My mom posted on a picture of us. Should I get excited about this one? I said, Mom, can we have more than one fucking date before you start planning a goddamn
wedding? Anytime I
send
a picture of a woman with my mom, she's like, is she the one? I'm like, Mom, listen, we went out one time.
Yeah. It's like, just calm down.
Slow
your roll, Mom. Know your lane. Slow your roll.
Exactly. Yeah, next week we're going to talk about cellulite on Fit Over 40 with Coach Clarence. Thank you again, Tony Newport. Where can they find you, buddy?
Thank you.
Real quick.
Facebook, Tony Newport. There's my personal and my professional page. I don't really post much on the professional page because I kind of do a very well balance between professional and personal on my personal.
Yeah.
Instagram, Tony Newport 1, the number 1, Tony Newport the number 1. LinkedIn. I just started a Twitter account.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's me just kind of being an asshole on that one. That's Uncle Beer Can Tony. I don't know if you really want to read that one or not. I just vent shit. But I don't know how to use Snapchat, so don't ask.
Okay.
No idea.
All right, you guys can catch me in all places where you get your podcasts, and we'll see you next week on Fit Over 40 with Coach Clarence.
Thanks for listening to Fit Over 40 with Coach Clarence. Clarence Ferguson is a seasoned loan officer, fitness expert, personal chef, and entrepreneur who leads a revolution of men and women like you who want to live their best life going into middle age. Join us next time for more inspiring dialogue, challenging topics, and industry leaders offering tips and how-tos to improve your life at fitover40withcoachclarence.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Clarence Ferguson is a mortgage professional and loan officer in Arizona, passionate about closing deals, education, and helping you reach your goals. He specializes in first-time homebuyers, FHA, VA, and strategy-based financing. Using a strategy-based approach to finding solutions, you can start the process to home ownership. Or wanting to see what financing options you may have concerning your financial goals? Just go to ClarenceFergusonHomes.com. That's ClarenceFergusonHomes.com.